I'm going to be playing through Beyond Belief, a Quake 1 map, or map pack rather, by Matthias Worch, however that's pronounced. This map I think is from '97, so it's an old one, but if the predicted reviews are any indication, it's one of the classics. So this right now is just the start level. I was messing around to see if there were any secrets in here. Okay, cool. So a little... Yeah, so 97. Good old map. Got some little secret down there, maybe a slip gate. Nice use of the... Maybe that's new textures to create the Beyond Belief there. That's cool. Alright, so I guess we go this way first. Select the difficulty. I'm going to try on hard and see how that goes for me. Okay, so now we're back around here. Got it. Alright, so moving platform, a little funk train. I wonder if that's a secret. Yeah, okay. It's probably nightmare mode. I'm going to avoid that. Kind of a fun, just little break in the texturing to help indicate there's something there. Yeah, funk train and some lava projectiles to help mark that this is going to be hard, not easy. Right, so still in the start map. Interesting to have a mega health up there. I haven't seen a start map that actually does health packs like that, so that's kind of an interesting choice. We've got this path divergence. So that's original Quake. And... Alright, Unholy Alliance. The first episode of Beyond Belief. Okay, so maybe the plan originally was to have multiple episodes? How do I get to that mega health? Is it hard to tell here if there's a... Okay, so it looks like there's maybe a gap? No, no gap. Nothing there either. Maybe something I have to get to with the portal? Because I don't see any way to get up in there. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Alright, well, let's see what we've got. Okay, so we've got some tech base. Got a little flickering light down there. Got some grunts. These guys, I believe... no, enforcers. I was gonna say these guys are hit scanned, but the enforcers are not. Got some kind of portal exit, probably. So maybe come back to this point later on. Yeah, it's grunts that are hit scanned. Good use of the flickering light here to kind of lead direction. Versus this, which is well lit. Yes, we could explore this way. Ah, no, there's a gold key. Cool, so we need to know... we know there's a gold key. Probably we'll be coming back after we get the gold key to kind of shortcut to this hub space. Okay, so this has got kind of a... it's a John Romero level that has this kind of feel to it. I want to say that's in episode 2. What was that text? Alright, we've got access to 7A38 water reservoir granted. Okay. So that's, generally with Quake, things stay a little bit abstract, like gold key, silver key, that kind of stuff. And actually naming a location is a bit more, I kind of want to say a modern convention, but really it's something that started off more with like Duke Nukem and that kind of mindset onward. Like Blood and Sin and stuff like that, where it's, or Deus Ex even, where it's really trying to sell the universe and get away from kind of game-isms. Cool, so I guess when we push that button that I've been yapping on about, oh yes, we've got another one of these that's, again, trying to ground it in the universe here, and make it so it's a little more than just, oh, you've got a silver key, you've got a blue key, something like that. It's giving it the context of the security control. Yeah, so I guess when I push this button, that lowered this guy. So that's a little unclear. When I first pushed this, I kind of backtracked and wasn't sure where to go, but I came back and saw that. Cool, so we have silver door, a gold door, got this guy. Okay, so that's locked by security, and again, that's kind of a grounding in the world rather than using these kind of game-isms to say this, because you know this could be a gold key or something, but instead saying, oh, you need to know if there's a security door, that means something. Requires you to take the world a little more seriously, a little less just abstract game mechanic exploration. Cool. Yeah. Alright. Got some quad damage. Oh, I wonder if this is... Okay, so elevator mechanic. Cool. And I'm not sure if this is pain causing, but let's check. Cool. A little bit of health down there. We don't need it. Ooh, does look like there's some kind of secret though. Let's see what this does. Passage opened. Still don't have that quad damage. Alright, these guys are hit scanners. This is a big open play space, so I'm going to be hugging this corner. And I'm getting pretty low on ammo, so I need to be careful here. I'm guessing that opened the underwater passage, which isn't very clear. Oh, it didn't. With this? Oh. Ah, there's a bloodied one. Okay, so there's the quad damage. Let's see what this does. Another gate opened. Okay, well, I've got quad damage now. So don't waste it. I sure hope this isn't critical path. Knowing that that grate needed to be hit is a pretty lucky find there. Okay, so there's mega health. Okay, cool. Not critical path. Alright, so did security open, maybe? Yeah, I guess this used to be something. Maybe I didn't circle all the way around previously. Oh, I didn't even see the gold key up here. I'm gonna circle around and see what that looks like. One thing that is nice on the kind of aesthetic side is the texture for the wall piece has, you can kind of see it with these, how there's the two materials in that texture, and Matthias has cut that out in the geo to create this kind of clean trim appearance to it. And it's a really nice look. Much better than just using like square windows or something like that. Yeah, so I guess I probably should have seen that gold key up there, but I wasn't paying very much attention. Yeah, even down here you can see it pretty clearly. And that gold key, I believe, was back at the start. Alright. Door locked from security. That seems to have opened up. Yep, some monster closets when I come back through. So I guess I could swim back down and take that shortcut and avoid these guys, but I'm going to see what we got here. And I keep hitting this wall because I keep thinking there's a secret there. because of the flickering light. Alright, so we still have security. That still needs a silver key card. Oh, and I guess I could have looked down here to see the mega health. This window's a little interesting. It almost looks like I could fit through there if I jump. So probably there's a clip playing to prevent me from doing that. If there's some like bars or something to make that read a little bit more clear. Yeah, I didn't even look down here and see the mega health. That secret was everything I stumbled across rather than something I actively sought out. Yeah, and same thing here, like if I'd noticed, oh, there's water down here. Been able to piece together, oh, that's how I get to the mega health. Which is all really good, I just kind of stumbled across it instead of actually cleaning it out. Okay, that does look damaging over there. Okay. Whoa, yep, so that's the security system. This is kind of an interesting case because you can't crouch in Quake, at least not Quake 1. So it's this case where, as a human, I know I could just like prone crawl under those, and yeah, kind of a silly thing. Okay, so I bet, nope, maybe, nope. Yeah, it's interesting. That texture there is usually used for the nukage crates that blow up, so I thought maybe shooting that would have some effect. I bet that's the exit there. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Okay, so I guess we have another door here. Kind of a fun, tight space here. An interesting use of lighting materials. This isn't really the standard use of those pieces, but it creates some really interesting shadows across the ceiling. Interesting feeling of depth. Just the way that enemies are placed in this tight vertical space meant that I would get this kind of navigation. It's cool. Something just spawned in, I think. Alright. Wonder if there's a secret in here. I feel like it's been a little while since we've had a secret. How many secrets are there? Got 3 more left? Alright. I'm at full health. Some kind of sparking machinery around here. Ah, there's the blue, or the silver rather. I always call it blue, but it's really not. Cool, and I guess that signifies that we have deactivated the security system. I think that's the idea. Oh no, that was to get the key card to the security. Now we use that to push the button, which will deactivate the security. Alright, now we can go back to where that laser wall was. What does this guy do? Ooh. So it seemed like that guy was spawned on touching the nail gun. I was worried this thing would rise back up and squash me, but looks like that's not the case. It looks like this button is a one-time activate, even though the button itself can be reused. One thing that I like about the security approach is, rather than using like the gameism of the silver or gold key cards throughout the map, is how it opens up these routes again, makes it a lot easier to explore in case you miss something. Because we're back at, I believe this was the gold room. Yeah, this was the gold key room. So really easy to get back to other parts of the map, and again, reminder like, hey, if I hadn't gotten that mega health, look down, now I've got this new route to go and do all that stuff. So that's cool. Good way of opening the space up. Reminds me a little bit of E1M7, I think, from Doom. One of the levels with a lot of backtracking. It's a John Romero level. Cool. So now I'm trying to get back to the security. Yeah, so this is deactivated now. One thing that might have been nice is if this security device had been, like if this room had been available from the start. So that was very apparent, oh, here's kind of the key problem I'm trying to solve. And then the gold key and silver key are just kind of secondary objectives. Instead, because I had to get the gold key first, the security system was kind of an afterthought until I got it just now. Versus if it was this kind of ever-present concern. So this is interesting. We've got, pretty sure this is going to damage my health. Yep. Got a window here that shows there's a route underneath, and there's some secret thing. Okay. So, not gonna try to do too much of safe scummer here, but yikes, okay. This might kill me on the way back. I'm not sure I've got enough health. Okay, so nothing further back here. Dang, all that for a super shotgun. Alright. Oh, fingers crossed. Okay. Hey, not too bad though. I think there are a few health packs on the map that I have skipped past, so I'm gonna just do a quick scan for those. Alright, that's better. Anything back here? Alright. Guessing this is the exit. We still have 2 more secrets to go, but I'm gonna move on to the next map. Good 14 minutes for first map, so it's a pretty good chunk. Hey, so here we've got the gold key featured right away. So it's a pretty clear goal of, A, you're gonna need the gold key, and you'll loop back around to this room probably. This is interesting, so by pushing the button, I'm gonna like, airlock myself out. Okay, and there's a super shotgun. So all that effort I did through the nukage is just get the super shotgun a few seconds earlier. Alright, alright. Yeah, we've got a silver door. A lot of use of this wire texture. It'd be nice to break that up a little bit, and some of the trims do that pretty effectively, but you get these other stretches that are just a whole lot of wires. And for a 1997 map, this is all aesthetically top quality. Like, this is... Even releasing this today would be a really solid aesthetic. What did that do? Welcome to the DNB info system. Is that like, do not buy, drivers need burritos, build status of base. Okay. Unauthorized slipgate disposal in caves. Alright. Yeah, so I guess really the better example, when I brought up this earlier about this kind of world building, really is Half-Life that I think set us down this kind of path. Where Half-Life didn't really do the silver key, gold key thing. It did, oh, you've got a button they need to push that will kill a monster, which will let you get through. That kind of soft keys. And, well, these levels are still using... I need to be careful about my ammo here. Well, they're still using the keys. Yeah, we've got the gold key here. Oh, we got another security system, too. Yeah, so while they're still using keys, it seems like a lot of it is relying on this kind of more narrative, world-building approach to, yeah, level design. I'm gonna just try and avoid these guys because I'm hurting for ammo. I wonder if these are the caves that were being referred to as the unauthorized disposal sites. Dog. Oh, some really nice geo here for these walls. This is not easy to do. I don't know what kind of level editors there were available to the public in '97, but this is not. This took effort. Even with something like Trench Broom, I am hesitant to do work like this because it's just a lot of time for something that players are going to run right by. Cool, so it looks like we've got... Ooh, Spooky Dark Cave. Oh, I had the nail gun. Forgot about that. Cool, so I'm actually doing fine for ammo. Feel like I need to jump up this to get up there, but the angle on this is a little nasty. Maybe there's a clip plane up here? That'd be kind of unfortunate. Yeah, because I feel like I should be able to get to that. Alright, I'm going to loop back around and see if there's another way. Yeah, some really fun kind of architecture here. It has this feeling of really supporting. Got some wood material here too. That's cool. Just this really kind of makeshift support these caves and excavations. I think we had a message earlier on that said something about the base build status of base is 52%. So I guess maybe they're excavating this area with the idea that they'll build out more of the base. Ooh, yeah, we've got some brick and some. Oftentimes, trying to mix the tech base with sort of the city and wizard materials is kind of frowned upon, but it's something that I personally really enjoy. So this elevator's a little bit awkward, but yeah, it feels kind of like I was meant to approach this from the opposite direction and ride these elevators up. So, yeah. Wonder. That's kind of a fun touch. Like the lighting. Yeah, yes, this is some incomplete area of the base, and this is where the cables are not yet completed and attached to all this stuff. That's cool. Although it's interesting, there's, I wonder what it means kind of narratively to have this city and wizard material alongside the tech base. Maybe those are older ruins that are being purged. The tech base. We've got a button here with no clear idea what it does. Right, so we're hearing a whole lot of fishies. Oh. That's interesting. Maybe glitch through from the water area. Maybe the water area is just opposite this wall because we swam past all those fish. So we're back to the start. Near the start. Hey, did we skip this area previously? What happened? Through here. And I guess we went this way last time instead of going this way. So what does this do? I have no idea what that did. Alright, well. Yeah, let's go ahead and kill these guys that don't have to put up with their sounds. Yeah, again, some kind of awkward elevator placement. There's a bit of this, trying to take these elevators going in the wrong direction leads to those kind of situations where you end up riding the elevator up and down when you're trying to fight. So got another path here that we haven't taken yet. It's a secret. Alright, I guess that's just some nail ammo. Some nails. Ah, okay, so there's blue key card. Dang, that one was hidden. I have the feeling here like there's gonna be a drawbridge that extends across. Maybe no platform that rises up. I'm not sure, but I feel like there's gonna be some way to connect these two routes. Cool, so now that I have the blue key card, where was that guy at? Is that the one at the start? Let's see, this is the area with the jump up I couldn't figure out. I had a grenade launcher. But still pretty early in the episode. Alright, this leads us back around to the start. Probably shouldn't have taken that health kit just yet. Yeah, this is also a little bit awkward, just player height stuff. You know, if this staircase had extended out another length, we could avoid this. Just a little bit of, you know, you're going full tilt, and you're going to bonk your head. Cool. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. The light maps are doing some kind of weird stuff on that, so I'm not sure. Maybe the geo doesn't actually match the texture, and that's what's going on. But I like these doors on the ceiling. That's makes me wonder what's going to happen. Also feels like this is an elevator, but I guess it's not active yet. Same thing here. So it's some kind of storage room that these crates are being brought down, maybe, as part of the base building process. Sure. So now the lift has a power failure. Okay. Maybe that'll make these active? Or something? Okay. Is this one active now? Nope. Okay, so it doesn't activate it. Gotta push it and run. I see. So this is a kind of scary situation because you have to commit to that fight. It's not one where you can peek from a doorway. Cool, and there's the gold key. This loops back around. Is that door? Cool, and this is back to the start. That's right, because we saw the gold key at the start. Still don't remember if I've seen a door that needs the gold key. Ah, here it is. Right. And that's to get across there. Wonder, that probably leads to that, where that ogre was, where I tried to jump up the boulder, couldn't. I guess I rode this one, and I was on the start, or did I get a little turned around? Yeah, okay. One downside of the tech base is that it doesn't really lend itself to this kind of wayfinding. Hey, and there's the drawbridge. Right. You end up getting a lot of sort of sci-fi corridors that behind. Really, for the tech base to be at its best, you have to incorporate other elements like the cave here. Help have create an other feeling. That's the interplay of the tech base and this other element. Again, we've got these kind of wizard materials and city materials, the brick and this sort of metal plating, which is really curious from what that means moving forward. Alright, looks like that guy was maybe stuck in some geo there. Yeah, so that did lead back around to this guy. Cool, so now we've got a nice little loot. Alright. Cool. I'm guessing this is the exit, but I'm gonna do a quick sweep for some health. Alright, that's good enough. How many secrets? I only found 1 of 3. I think that's alright. Alright, now we're into more of the kind of medieval castle Quake stuff, so probably gonna get some new enemy types. That is exciting. Oh, still got grunts. I like the feeling of this room here. It's clearly kind of a square foundation that it's all built within, but just the movement around it's going to be really fun to see. Just probably some enemies, yep. And it's always fun fighting an ogre who's at the top of the staircase, because you can't push him because of his chainsaw, and the grenades mean that you're gonna have to dodge this kind of unreliable projectile. Yeah, that was a good space. Okay. Okay. Kind of a nice way of slowing down the pace there. You went to the door, it closed, pushed the button, spawned in some enemies, killing the enemies, opened it back up. Basically gave a second round to that fight. Whoa! Not sure what my options are here, except to take damage. Alright, well that was more luck than anything there. Got a floor beneath us. This might lead to a secret, but I'm a little cautious just in case actually gets us in trouble. Some really nice architecture here. I'm really enjoying these arches. I'm gonna do a quick save. A little bit of a bummer that that reveal didn't also trigger the enemies. If all 3 had rushed at once, that would have been a lot more interesting or a lot more difficult. Instead, it just opened up the doors and required line of sight to actually wake them up. Ooh. Let's see a button. And there's a water route. Ooh, that's fun. Interesting fighting these guys on a staircase like this, because moving around, your exact positioning and height is a little trickier to manage, a lot easier to get hit. Ooh, is that a grenade launcher or a rocket launcher? I think it's grenades. So how do I get that? There's a door there. Oh, and that's cheeky. Oh no! Oh, that's a good thing I saved. Alright, let's see, so that was... So I'm going to trigger all of these guys here so it's a little more interesting. Cool. I wonder if there's a way up to this balcony as well. I'm gonna go ahead and explore down here. Ooh, maybe not. Let's go ahead and do it. don't have any keys yet. Still got another 34 enemies. I think that's right. Yep. Let's back to the start. Oh, so I guess this room was available from the start, and I just didn't look that way. Don't need any health yet. What do we have up here? Ooh, yeah, I didn't even look this way. Kind of a fun house structure. Got these hard windows. So there's where the gold key goes. Alright, we saw that secret earlier that was related to the water, so maybe that's that down there. Okay, so that's probably the exit. So my guess then is that we need the silver key to get the gold key, and the gold key lets us get to the exit. And we've got a couple of these areas down here like I was expecting, but they're all closed off for now. So maybe this is an area we can come back to some other way. Alright. Oh, yep. Took both hits that time. And this one was opened elsewhere, okay. Thought maybe that was a gold or silver. So there's that guy. Yeah, and that's probably going back to that same room with the house. If I push that button, I'll probably open those gates. So, how do I get there? Is there some other doorway? It's hard to tell. And I'm a little bit low on health here, so I need to be careful. I really like this. This kind of ceiling architecture is always something I really enjoy. DM Malevolence for Unreal Tournament has this kind of thing. You see it a lot in DM maps for Unreal Tournament and Quake. That just use that to break up the way that the light is passed across the walls. It creates really fun shadows. Yeah, it's just all these fun little triangles. This is kind of a fun joke that I feel like the level is playing. I feel like because this one is closed, you don't know what's behind it. Because this is open, it's like, okay, that's probably where I'm headed. I push this button, I look this way, a fiend gets me in the back, and this is still closed. So I am going to quick save again. Okay, so yeah, those were based on killing the fiend. Ooh, we got lightning gun. That's a good reward for this struggle. This is an interesting setup here. Can probably just run all the way across without trouble, but you know, who knows if there are scrags on the wings waiting. So let's just go ahead and see. Looks like we have a portal exit there. I'm guessing that this is, if we fell down with the lava, there might be a way back up. hoping that one of these guys has some little secret by him. Otherwise, I'm burning a lot of ammo. Yeah, so there's a drop down there. Doesn't seem to do anything. Anything down here for that to have been worth it? That does not seem like it. Seems like I just burned a bunch of ammo. Well, shame on me. Feed the demon to get the key. Guess those demons eat nails. So this is kind of a fun choice. If I was speedrunning this or just trying to get through the level as fast as possible, I would... Oh, out of ammo again. I could just feed all of the demons simultaneously or really quickly and try to avoid the enemies. And that way I could just run straight for the key and just try to avoid the enemies altogether. But instead it's giving me a choice. Do I want to go fast or do I want to go slow? Some cool options. Also, this is the balcony area that we previously saw. I was able to recognize it because of the arch shape. So we got these two. Let's go for it. Oh, maybe I can't yet. Maybe I have to kill the enemies too. What did that do? Okay, I see. So all of that mechanic there was to slow it down and make sure that I actually... If I did try and rush, there'd be a cost to it. And this seems like an arena where I'm going to get in trouble. This seems like a thing that is going to cause that trouble. So... that wasn't too bad. Big open space. Got a portal. I'm guessing it's probably to go back up there. That is still closed, which is interesting. These are still closed. Whoa. Oh. Okay. There's the grenade launcher. Yeah, that was a good tell on that. I don't feel like there was any difference, though, in these guys, so that was just kind of blind luck on that part, but the door itself was a nice tell. Let's see what this does. Yep. Alright. I don't think we need to kill this guy, but let's go for it. Alright, so I got the silver key. We just need to get the gold. Alright. You see anything down here? Got some cells, some armor. That'd be really good. I can't really tell. There we go. I was able to spot that because the backside of that material was lit differently or had a different texture or something. Cool. And that's that spot that we previously saw. I'm guessing this also opened that other grate? Yep. So that's probably where we're going to get the gold key. Ooh, this is really, really tight fight for an ogre. Now we're up, back above start. Yeah, a lot of good kind of looping back on the main space in these maps so far. Really enjoying that. Spawned in some enemies, it sounded like. What this did. I'm a little less keen on pushing a button and having it do something that isn't very clear. Maybe there's a door that opens somewhere? Did I get some text? That doesn't look like it. Just pushed a button and some enemies teleported in. Maybe I was not very observant there, so hard to know if I should blame myself or the game on that one. Or was there a gold key and I just... Yeah, I guess I didn't notice that I picked it up. I was more fascinated by the button. So, good job, me. Also, a little bit of a bummer that by swimming around we were able to fight these guys before actually getting the gold key. Because now it was a little bit anticlimactic to get the gold key and then be able to just go to the exit here. Still, cool level. I also like how kind of narratively there's a progression to it. Like we went from this tech base with a security system to a tech base under construction, and it had a slip gate that was in the process of being disposed of or something in these cave systems. And then we went into these wizard environments that, or the sort of wizard medieval environments. And there were still a couple enforcers and grunts around, but a lot more of the Hell Knights. And it feels a little bit like Half-Life again, of going from the Black Mesa Labs to the Zen environments. Makes me wonder if that was intentional. Like, this is 97, so it's before Half-Life was released, but maybe there was press coverage and some knowledge of what Black Mesa or what Half-Life was going to be. I know with some levels I've built in the past that it was kind of like, ooh, I'm looking forward to this thing, let me build a level, me imagining what that's going to be. There's also a story of Dust 2 having that same kind of design process where the designer, Doug something, had seen images of Team Fortress 2, or Team Fortress 1 rather, and built a level inspired by that. I think I have that story right, but it's been a while. So don't trust me on that one. Probably all mixed up. A little low on ammo. Do like this multi-floor structure here. Feels like that blue key. That's blue key. It's just a nice feeling in Quake sometimes when you're walking around. It's like, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I surely must be able to get there because there's the thing I need. It's just a cool kind of way of creating an aspirational space. Don't really like the look of these traps. Or this guy. This also seems like it could be a trap. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. I'm gonna avoid that for now and see what's down here. Got some sewer systems. That's where we were previously. Interesting that we haven't seen any zombies yet. Oh, shoot. Well, that was bad ammo management. Ran out of shotgun ammo, and it switched to the lightning gun, and I electrocuted myself. So, let's get back there pretty fast. Oh, cool. So we have another way down with that sewer. That's good. Got 14 ammo. So I'm not going to electrocute myself yet. It does seem like these fish are getting stuck a little bit in the bars here, which is a little clunky, but the fish aren't really top-notch Quake gameplay anyhow. Or just a thing to preoccupy. Cool, and there are some zombies. And at this point, it's possible that the player didn't get that grenade launcher. So for players who didn't find that secret in the previous map, this would actually be kind of a difficult struggle. They'd have to avoid these zombies entirely. Yeah, so I'm guessing that button lowers these bars, which lets me get to the exit. So it's a question of how you get through here, get through there by there. That's a little too tight for me to fit through. Same thing there. Yeah, those are interesting kind of details. They create the sense this is a bigger system. The water is going somewhere and coming from somewhere. It's not just, well, let's deal with this guy first. And I'll get back to yapping. Ooh. Ow! Those ogres are getting way too lucky. If I kill this guy, I'm gonna quick save. Were there any health packs I skipped? Yep. Yeah, what I was saying is that these kind of details here are a good way of creating this sense of a larger system, which, again, kind of, plays into a couple of things that these Beyond Belief levels have been doing with this sort of world building and storytelling. The really scary thing here with these ogres is that these grenades, if they end up in the water, it is really hard to tell if you're standing on them. Although honestly, even if there wasn't water, the fact that I'm looking up at these guys and not at my feet means there's a good chance I'm gonna stand on a grenade. I've got some more water here. Put a torch down there. Don't want to drop down quite yet. Ooh. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh no! Alright, what does this do? Always do enjoy a good floor drop out from you kind of moment. It reminds me of Sandy Peterson's level design. It's just a good... Okay, well, how do you adapt to this? How do you find your way back to a recognizable landmark? And again, I don't think most players in this situation would probably have the grenade launcher, so that zombie encounter there would have been a bit scarier than what I had to deal with. Alright, what did that do for me? Some lower ramp. There we go. Got some bars that have been drawn. Oh, I see. There's this mechanism that pushed that ramp out. Okay. Alright, now we're back on track. So yeah, that kind of floor drops out from under you. You're now in a new environment with no landmark, no way of knowing how to get back to what your goal was. And you create this kind of new goal in your mind of, okay, find my way back, and then those other tasks can become priority again. I guess these are the bars that were being referred to as being open. Our silver key straight ahead. I guess if I'd looked this way previously, I would have seen that. And I would have thought, oh, I need to get those bars open somehow, instead of just randomly pushing buttons and falling into traps like I did. Interesting thing though is I wonder what opens that guy. Maybe the idea is you push. Yeah, not sure what triggers that guy. It's kind of a strange mechanism. Got our silver key now, though. Ooh, we got a lot of monsters down below. This is a good grenade launcher moment. For some reason, my mouse wheel up isn't working, which is why I've been struggling with my weapons a little bit. Rather, it only goes one way, it's not going the other. Yeah, normally that would have been a lot scarier without grenades. I was kind of able to exploit those guys as a result. Alright. Let's see, so we have silver key, or do we have gold key? Silver key. Let's check out this area, we haven't been here yet. Ah, so there's another grenade launcher, and this one is not a secret, or at least much less secret than the other one. Guessing this will probably trigger some zombies. Yeah, and that didn't count as a secret. So I guess maybe that's kind of critical path thing. So maybe players would have had grenade launcher of those other encounters. Alright, so we got silver key. A little turned around on where I need to go now. Don't remember where that silver door was. Maybe it's been too long since I saw it. Yeah, this is another one of those that feels a little clunky. You know, I could grenade jump over that. Maybe there's a clipping plane that would prevent that. I just kind of wish it was a couple more bars up the way so it was really obvious, like, oh, this is absolutely blocked off and not just kind of blocked off. I've expected this to drop more zombies on me. So that was kind of fortunate. Ooh. Ooh. So we see the quad damage, we see the opening, so we know how to get to it. That tells us that, hey, there is probably a secret door somewhere here. Maybe? Maybe not? That is a little surprising. Doesn't really leave a lot of space for anything else. Maybe that's a teleport exit? Or maybe there's some hallway going off in one of these other directions. Ow! Alright, so there's the silver door. Okay. I always tend to prefer seeing the door before I find the key, so I know, oh, here's the purpose for getting that thing. I know what goal I'm working toward. But, I think, for the most part, these levels have been doing a good job of that. This is the first one that we've seen that's been a little off. Alright, so that should take us... Yeah. Alright, and that is the level. We found none of the secrets. Right, got another kind of courtyard space with another one of these houses and sort of barred window look. If the other levels are any indication, we will end up going through that space and be able to look back down on the start. Doesn't seem like there's really anything else going around the start area, so a little bit less of a hub than maybe the other levels were. Kind of a scary start there. It's a very, very tight space to be dealing with some ogres. Yeah, so this looks a bit more like a hub. I'm surprised that's not a secret, but maybe that would have been too obvious. We've got this kind of dip in the floor here that might open up to be something. Got the gold key door. Ooh, I really like that geo there. Really like a good rope bridge. Ooh, we have a texture alignment thing here, so maybe secret? Or maybe that's just door trimming. Ah, it's just door trimming. Dang. Yeah, this is really fun. Ooh. You get this feeling of the caves cut away to this inner structure that was either within the cave originally or built into the side of the cave. We've got this bridge. Ooh. Lava. Yeah. Ooh. Could use some clipping planes though. That's a little chunky to walk across. Yeah, and I bet the AI doesn't like that either. Definitely worth it though for the presentation. It's just good and fun. Yeah, and that's really interesting with the these spaces off to the side because I really want to get that invulnerability. I don't know what that is. It makes me feel like those two things are tied together because of the similar kind of cage geode they have. Then how would I get between those because all this lava? So that's kind of a fun puzzle to think about. Ooh. Ooh, good ambush. Oh no. Good ambush, like a good high intensity ambush in Quake, always creates this kind of pressure that creates these kind of out of the frying pan into the fire moments. Like there, I just had, you know, it's a hell knight and a regular knight. That's not too bad. I could have just fought them in the hallway, but because they were putting this pressure on me and I didn't want to lose all my health, I ran into the ogre, and then it was even scarier. But thankfully, also a bigger space. So that was that was a good surprise. A little bit of a gimme for a secret. There's the silver key. So I'm guessing we go down this way, we get the silver key, go to the silver key door, and we'll find the gold key. That's my guess. There's the silver key. Oh, my grenades are just short. That's the button to lower the key. How do I get there? Is that... That's another grenade launcher. So that one's definitely critical path then. So if somehow we've missed the other two places where we get the key, we now have one that's absolute guarantee, and we've got some zombies. Guaranteed key. Guarantee? I don't want to see if there's anything over there, but yeah, this lava makes it too scary. Alright. Surely that's going to open up. Oh, this is going to raise up to be a staircase, I bet. Yeah, so button, probably going to raise that staircase. It's expecting me to just jump down, and there'll be a fiend or something down there. Oh no. Something though. Yep, there's a fiend. Yeah, I feel like if the staircase had risen at the same time after pushing that button, I would have been more likely to just jump blindly and then get zapped by a fiend in the back. But because it didn't raise and clearly indicated I need to explore more, I was cautious and was able to fight the fiend in a way that it wasn't real danger. Okay, hopefully that's not time-based. Okay. That was a fun surprise. When I saw, originally seeing that house, I thought it was maybe a cage that was going to lower on me or something. Seeing that it was instead a little ogre hut. It's a fun surprise. Not too dangerous, though. So I've got key. I'm betting some scrags. do I get up to those? That's what I'm really curious about. Probably grenade jump, but is it worth it? Alright, let's try it. Let's try it. I'm gonna regret it, but let's try it. Oh, dang. Yep, regret. It's gotta be... There's some secret button up here. Nicely, I got that infighting with the Ogre and Hell Knight earlier. That made that fight a lot easier. So yeah, now I have the silver key. Where'd that guy come from? He's spawning over here. Ooh. There we go. Alright. Huh. Was that always an opening there? Was I just blind? Did that open up? I feel like that must have opened up, or I would have seen that. I mean, obviously there's one that I just hit with my axe, but... Alright, so I've got silver key now. Bet you that these guys open up. Oh. It's a little surprising. Because now I can play it really safe. And just miss all my grenades. Hey, and here are those windows. Looking back down on the start. Oh no, that's the exit. This is something new. Good fighting space for a shambler. A little easy. Maybe if it was only the pillar in the middle, it would have been a little scarier. Ooh, I do like though how the pattern on the floor below is mirrored up to this floor above. That's just a fun visual detail. Makes it feel a little bit like, has kind of the architectural consistency of a Thief level, which isn't usually something that Quake levels care about. I guess we just opened a door somewhere. There we go. Door. This will probably take me to Gold Key. Fortunately, at this point, it's been so long since I saw that gold key door that I'm not sure I'll be able to navigate my way back. Alright. Guess I just take the damage here. I don't see any way of deactivating these. That's back to the start. This is our hub again. Yeah, so I guess by dropping off there, it's a good reminder of where the gold key door is. But yeah, that's quite a ways to go to get back. Yeah, so I wonder if that is maybe related to that. There's something there. Yeah, and I've got quite a ways to go to get back. Go through all these damage guys again. Ow. Cool, so now there's those windows I was talking about. Let's just get over here. Ooh, we got the gold key though. Dang, that was probably visible from those other sides. I just didn't have any reason to look up here, because I never crossed it going the other way. What do I have? Does it see some nail gun ammo? Ow. Ah. Almost got away. I'm gonna quick save, because I've been making some dumb mistakes. Alright, so we've got pentagram. Maybe that's related to the invulnerability that we saw earlier. Maybe it's saying, hey, this is the invulnerability route. Okay. So here's this space. A little bit heavy-handed on that to say, oh, the pentagram is now available, but... Oh, am I gonna die here? I'm gonna die here. Yeah, I didn't realize the door had closed behind me. That was... bad predicament. Oh, I see. Oh boy. That's a little scary. Yep. That's why I quick saved. Okay, let's see. So it's F9. Yes, maybe if I go up top and drop down instead. Maybe that route that I was just looking at is kind of a red herring. And it's the level designer trolling me a little bit. Ooh, it's a long jump. Yep, that's a long jump. I see, and because it's the pentagram of destruction, I don't have to worry about being in the lava coming back. Okay. Then I could have had that for fighting these guys. Cool. Alright. What are we on? Level 6? I think this is a 8 level map pack. Maybe mistaken. I do like how there are some kind of architectural motifs going on. A lot of these windows with the same kind of square crossbar structure. So what do we have here? Got this room off to the side. Got some third-story structure. We've got a second story, or first story that doesn't really seem to be going anywhere. Some kind of seam with this material. That's probably related. A lot of baddies up here. Gotta be careful I don't frag myself. There's some really close combat space for fighting the Hell Knight. So, oh, not one of these guys. Thankfully, it's all very clean geo. Like, this trim doesn't stick out any, so there's not really anything to get stuck on. I guess there's this light, but it's not too bad. Yeah, that was really tight combat spaces there. Got some door I'll need to open later. I haven't seen a gold or silver door though yet. So I wonder what that means. We also haven't seen a rocket launcher yet in this run, which is interesting. Is that blown up yet? Nope. Ah. Really like the lighting in this space. This is... reminds me a little bit of Thief. Of a nice, of these electric light feeling. It's one thing architecturally is that the levels are a bit on the boxy side. Get a lot of these rooms that are... whoa! Let's deal with this guy first. Alright, well I'm hurting now. But what I was going to say is that a lot of the complexity seems to come from the way the spaces... oh, and there's a rocket launcher. The way these spaces are kind of interconnected, and less the geo of any one individual room. Which is interesting. I think that's a good thing. But there hasn't really been any one room that stood out as a really compelling arena space. It's been more about these interconnections. And also just good use of really tight combat spaces. A lot of Quake combat, the difficulty comes from the spaces being tight, and that's working pretty well for these levels. Yeah, again, this is another one of the spaces that has kind of a cube as its base. You can see that pretty clearly. Some of the detail geo breaks that up visually, like the ceiling. But pretty straightforward, and it's not really a level design's detriment. Like, it's doing a lot of interesting and difficult combat stuff despite being very simple, which you know, I think some of us level designers tend to lean too much on complexity and be like weird angles everywhere, and when you get something that's really solid design like this, despite its simplicity, it's a good reminder that, oh yeah, maybe I don't need to do that. Maybe I can make some good feeling stuff with just good, clean, simple geo. You know, like, it's easy to imagine, instead of a 90-degree hallway that has this kind of boxy feel, like, oh, this is a spiral staircase now, and it goes into an octagonal room. And would that really do anything? I mean, I wouldn't have this cover I could duck behind, I guess, which would force me to engage in the fight a little bit more. But, I don't know. Cool, so we got the silver key. It is interesting to me, though, that those first couple levels had a lot of that kind of world-building sort of sci-fi text of, oh, here's gate 37AD, whatever, that kind of stuff, to create the sense of place. and since we've been in these medieval levels, it's dropped that. A lot more of the text that's popped up, like that one that we just got, is more the level designer telling us, kind of like a GM would in a Dungeons and Dragons session, like, oh, you've still got something to do, not so fast. It's more the author speaking to us than it is the world itself explaining something to the player and kind of constructing a world. Yeah, so again, I'm going to harp on this a little bit. The boxiness of this room is something that I think a lot of level designers would kind of thumb their nose at, but like that was just a really good surprise. Really simple. You got 2 pillars, you got some basic knights, and you can, you know, do your strafing around them. It's simple. And suddenly there's a scrag up here. It's just a way of turning this very simple architecture into a pleasant little surprise. For those of you who aren't too familiar with Quake, this water here is deadly, so I need to avoid it. That's why I'm not going for any swims here. I'm hurting for health. These levels have been kind of cranking up the difficulty. And of course they say that right before I'm able to just kind of trap a fiend from even being able to fight. Still, you know, pretty low health. Alright. I do hope this isn't critical path. Never really a big fan of hazards being critical path, because once you use up this let's say, secret door has opened. This is not good. It's not good. Oh, yep, that was not good. Let's see, how far back am I? Not too bad. So, got that route. Where's that button? So the button opens something. Maybe it's this one that opened? Yeah, not a big fan of critical path hazard areas that require the hazard suit, because once the hazard suit is used up, you'll just be exploring the level forever, trying to find, how do I get out, what's the path forward, and not realize that, you know, it's like if Key had durability or something like that, and it was all used up, and now you can no longer reach the exit. It would just feel kind of bad. Unless the game clearly communicates that, oh, this is time sensitive, gotta make sure you're using this. What caused that to open? Yeah, I guess that must have been critical path. Dang. And I forget with these shamblers, I feel like they have partial damage immunity to explosives. Maybe I'm just making that up. Yeah, so we get good reuse of this space again. Just a good close combat fight with the Shambler. Alright, we've got gold key now. Where was that gold door? Have you seen a gold door? I don't remember a gold door. Yeah, this is back to the start. There's the silver door. So I guess I could have found that earlier and I just didn't happen to come across it. It's not too bad. Oh, that's fun. Looking down on all those floors. It's good. Ooh, I do not like those sounds. Do not like those sounds. Oh, dang it. How far back am I? F9. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna call it here. So let me just go ahead and save that. So far, pretty fun levels. Alright, I think that's gonna do it for now.